Hi everybody, I'm back. This video is an update on Dash. You may know from his Facebook page or somewhere else. He had some bad news this week. He had a disc bulging in his back which impinged on his spinal cord, and he's paralyzed now. So we're going to have to get used to kind of a new way of doing things. Dachshunds are prone to this. It doesn't have to be a particular event, a traumatic event that causes it. It's not like he jumped off something too high or twisted his back and that's what did it. It can just kind of happen. Of course, I'm second guessing myself, wondering, did I let him jump too high? Was I letting him do too much? But not much we can do about that now. I'm going to take good care of. Hi, babe. How you doing, buddy? He's my best buddy in the world. I love him to death, and I'm going to do whatever I can for him, which actually isn't much. He needs, he's also going to be incontinent, so I need to squeeze his body to express urine a few times a day, which is not a big imposition, I don't think. His poo-poo will kind of come out when it comes out, as instead of when he wants it to, and as long as it's solid and I can just kind of pick it up and throw it away, that shouldn't be a problem. He was on people food for a couple days and things got a little messy, if you know what I mean. But now that he's on his food, I think it'll be okay. We just have to make sure to do it. You got to empty your pee-pee right before bed so he doesn't wet the bed, or we may have to start making other arrangements, like he has to sleep someplace else, or give him a little diaper to wear at night or something like that. He needs a little time to heal. He's got a little bit of pain. I just medicated him, half an hour ago, so he might be a little bit sedated. Are you sedated? He's a little stiff, kind of wondering, am I going to move him in a way that hurts? And so he needs to let his back just kind of heal, and then we can get him in a little wheelchair that I ordered. I ordered a doggy wheelchair. We'll get him in that. And he's already scooting around on the ground with his front paws, with his front limbs. I'm not sure that's a great idea. You're supposed to be resting, but I'm going to leave it to him to know kind of how much he can handle. It breaks my heart to see him dragging his butt around like that, but I think that's my issue, because dogs don't know they're disabled. They don't feel sorry for themselves. I asked the vet, I said, I just wonder, he just kind of stares, and are you depressed, or are you wondering why you can't move, or what? And the vet told me, don't overthink this. He's a dog, and dogs are pretty simple creatures. They know pain, they know play, they know treats, they know affection, but they don't think this through. They're very much in the moment. He just knows what's going on right now, and right now you're wondering, who are you talking to? There's no one in the room. So yeah, I came home the other day and found that his little legs just weren't moving at all, little tail, and we went to the emergency vet immediately. I really didn't have much of a warning. The day before he was acting a little funny. I realized now his back was hurting, but it's really hard to pinpoint where they're having pain. He was just acting strange. I did kind of do an examination as best I know how, kind of feel everywhere. Nothing felt painful. He had a cold, wet nose and a wet mouth, and he wasn't vomiting or having diarrhea or any of those signs of illness. So I kind of let it go, and then the next day I found him sitting in the corner of the room, not able to move. And so we went there, and they examined him, and they explained we could do MRI and surgery, which would cost thousands of dollars, with only maybe 50-50 chance of getting any function back. And that's not very much for all that money. Plus, they said that when the spinal cord is damaged, the outer layer that is proprioception, the sense you have of your limbs in space, so they'll be kind of wobbly. If the damage is deeper, then you lose muscle control, like he has. And then the very deepest of the damage, they don't have any pain response, and he doesn't have. I can squeeze as hard as I want and he wouldn't feel it. So that also tells us that the chances of recovery from surgery are very low. But we can, I think, maintain a pretty good quality of life for him and me which is good because I love him to death. He's my little soulmate. Hi, buddy. You're not real sure what's going on right now. Maybe the medication too. So the plan is now to let his back recover and manage the pain, and hopefully that will go away with time. And then after that, we can start really getting him going, strengthening these front limbs, and get him in the little doggy wheelchair and let him just roll all over the place. And yeah, that's our goal. That's our goal. Dottie here. Hi, Dottie. Haven't forgotten about you. She's been good through all this. She understands, I think, what's going on, or at least she knows boundaries. She's tried to play with him a couple of times. She'll kind of come up to him, and he'll kind of squeal that, no, that hurts, and she knows to stay away. And she's been such a little cuddle monster. She's been becoming more and more cuddly in her old age. She's 1.5 years, by the way, and Dash just turned 3 like a week before all this happened. Dottie's big. She's 13 pounds. Hi, babe. And just getting so sweet. Yeah, thank you. So, and she keeps Dash company, and I think that's good for him. Yeah. We got to help Dash. We have to help your brother get better. Yeah, we have to leave him alone while he gets better, right? Anyway, so thanks for checking in. Thanks for all of your good wishes. We had good wishes from everybody at the dog park where we go and online, and life can change in an instant. And but you know what? For the animals and the people that you love, there isn't anything you wouldn't do, and that's what we're doing. Quick note: my nephew Preston is on YouTube. He's a YouTuber, Preston Gaming, and check out his videos. He's awesome. He's got green hair now, which proves he's awesome. So, Preston, you and your little dog Yoda, my little dogs and I say hi. Say hi. You remember Yoda? You played with Yoda when we went home. So keep up the good work, Preston, and like his channel, subscribe to his channel. Mine, I don't care what you do, if you want to subscribe or not. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll get some footage of Dash in his little wheelchair once he is ready to do that. Take care. Be good to each other. Talk to you later.